Alright, hey, what's up, guys? Here we are, hole 6. This is Banff hole 3 or 2. It's either 3 or 2, I forget. I do believe it's 3. And what we're going to do is I usually try to hug the left-hand side. It's really going to open me up. So it does add just a little bit of length to your second shot. What it does is it opens you up so you have enough room to maneuver. Now, ideally, you want not a headwind because it really pushes you towards the bounds and your limits a little bit, as you'll see. And, you know, I might just kind of stick with this. I do believe this has good curl. We're not going to switch with it. Actually, you know what? Learning experience. We're going to go back in. I'm going to kind of show you a little trick here. So this Stingray, especially at a 6, has excellent ball view. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up, and then we're just going to kind of mimic the landing zone with a different club. So as you can see, we're getting how much it's going to roll out. I do think it's going to expand out, so I'm not going to worry too much about extra topspin on this. But here it is with one bar, and you can see I'm still going to need a substantial amount of curl. So I can kind of guesstimate how much, but you also have to keep in mind the wind effect is going to push it probably a green grit over. So we won't need a ton. You know, in fact, I probably have enough curl on this. I could probably just use what you just saw. However, we are going to switch because I just want to kind of show you this new technique. It's very useful. Granted, we probably don't need it for this shot, but we can switch to something with 202 and something with decent topspin. Let's go to Hellfire 3, 202. That's what I love about this club. It develops very early. The 3 and the 4 of Hellfire is competing with a Viking 8. It just goes to show the level of how good this thing is. The biggest thing that it really brings to the table is that extra ball guide. Now keep in mind we're going to have to set up a little bit shorter. Now if I was to set up a little bit longer, if I was to set up here, we're going to want to take off that spin, which is something I can also do. So you're going to see that I'm just going to take off the spin. And again, like I mentioned, we're just going to need to apply a little bit of curl as well. So I'm thinking something along the lines of this. We got to double tap to pull this up. And, whoops, put Viking 8 on. I'm pretty sure the ring adjustment's not going to be that big a deal, though. Whoops. That's also wrong. You'll see that the ring adjustments are relatively close, a little bit less, but in the ballpark of one another. Keep in mind we're going to go 485 or so. We're going to use that max number. The extra tailwind. So let's go with this. Like I said, we're not going to get too crazy with the curl. I do think that this ball is going to, with the wind effect, it's just going to kind of really start to, and you can see it's really starting to get over here. Now, if I would have just put just a tad more spin, and it's hard to know when you don't have the ball guide, plus you're trying to guess how much that ball guide's going to expand. But you can see with that amount of curl, we had plenty. It was going to hopefully, you know, take the break and have a chance to drop. So you can see just a tad extra curl. You'll want to use the clubs with the good ball guide to show you that good view. And then switch to that at a later time when you need that extra length. Keep that tip in mind. Good luck. I'll see you guys on the next.